Shalom, family. Glory be to God and blessed be the Lamb. As always, you know, one would tell me that I have to be responsible with my words. I guess they have finally come to the understanding of what a sword that issues out of one's mouth, sharp on both sides, mean. They're coming to the conclusion of the reality of the situation. Maybe that's a good thing. But to require any type of stand down or irresponsibility, rather. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that I have been flippant? Do you think that I have been irresponsible? And where exactly would this responsibility lie? From where would it come from? God? Mine or yours? Me? Me or you? Agendas? Your agenda or mine? Ideology? Yours or mine? Life? But we have devalued life now, haven't we? We have devalued life. Life means absolutely nothing in America. Indeed, upon this planet, while as I speak, the people are slaughtering each other all over the world. There is a man taking his last right now at the hands of another member of his species, if not his own culture or race, right now. This is guaranteed. And the world goes on. Like I told you, somewhere in the neighborhood of, I don't know what it is now, minus the warfare, of damn near 200 human beings die per second across this planet. That would put shit in proper perspective, wouldn't it? That means that death would damn near would have to have a staff. A staff. That is a lot of collecting. But anyway, this responsibility, to who? To what? What do you think I stand? And I ask the question again, have I been flippant? Have I been irresponsible with my words? Have I? I'm thinking, you should be too. Where is this irresponsibility? Irresponsibility would intone, if it would bring you antagonism and aspersion and discomfort, I'm not responsible for you. I'm not responsible for your livelihood. I'm not responsible for the upkeep of this country. I am not responsible for the, and what is a country anyway? I'm going to have to do the etymology, I think that's the proper word, on that term. What is a country? Is the country, does the country exist for the sake of existence? A group of people on the same land mass to trying not to ever die in perpetuity for their children, and then those children after that? Is it for the land? Is it for the money? Is it for the gold? Is it for each other? But I speak in digression. This irresponsibility. You know that I've given this a whole hour. I was going to speak about the irresponsibility in terms of, what's the word I'm looking for? Shopkeeping, room keeping, housekeeping, a little bit of cleaning. No more worthy than 10 minutes. No more worthy of more than 10 minutes of actual audio time. But then I started thinking about it. I'm trying to think about it how you would. You have to be thinking about it in the terms of, hey, if he says, and when did you come to terms? When did you come to terms? Now you get it. Now you get it. Well, hot damn. Hot damn. 10 years since 2015? How many coincidences can you witness before you get it? You are indeed slow. And maybe it was me, because I didn't come on like a bright, shining beacon at first. It was a gradual thing. But still, the fault lies on you. So this responsibility, how long have I been asking, friend or foe? Really, I care not which one. I don't care. You can call me friend or you can call me foe. Either way, someone's gonna fucking die. I'm gonna die, you're gonna die, everybody fucking dies. At least that's the expectation. And guess what? We don't care. I mean, we simply don't, because what you offer, I mean, in terms of existence, it's not life. It's not life at all. I mean, I can't call the inhabitants of this country anything more than cattle. That's the best I can do. Cattle, farm animals. Cattle and farm animals. You prove your point, because that's what you call them too. You just don't say it out loud. So I speak for you, not for me. They're God's creation, but for you, they're cattle. Well, and I can't get over the fact that you engage in bestiality because you quickly sleep with the cattle. What the hell ever, man. What the hell ever. You're just weird. First you call them 3/5 human, then now they become animals, and then later cattle, but you'll have sex with the animals? I mean, I'm done. But you know what? It's so much happening on this world stage right now. It's a lot happening. But this responsibility, what do you think I owe you when you still haven't answered the fundamental question of where we stand? Friend or foe? Friend or foe? Am I a national asset? What does the CIA term me? How does it classify me? Have you done your due diligence? Have you done your due diligence in figuring this out? I would think that by now, all of the brightest minds of America that's on payroll is all over it, from psychologists to scientists to pastors, theologians. Hell, I mean, who wouldn't be on it? So I would think that finally you've gathered all of your notes, all of your understandings, and you've come together and said it is what it is. It is what it is. But you have to understand something. You helped me get here. That's the first thing. You helped me get here. Without no you, there literally is no me. Without you, there's no need for me. Let me break this further down. First, you had the ancestor, and I don't like the term because I just consider spirits. But to my people, ancestors mean something. But for me, I'm sorry, people. I love my ancestors too. But understand, at this level, a spirit is a spirit is a spirit is a spirit. It will be judged just like you. It will be deemed good or evil. Every spirit. That is so redundant, but it's cool. I don't like the setup, but we can work with it. Anyway. So they will all be judged, and they will all be deemed. Nothing is nothing. Nothing is nothing. I know it's hard to understand, but they value themselves beyond what it's really worth. They value themselves beyond what it's really worth, and then they have the audacity to put themselves in some kind of rank and file social order that gives them value as per rank. Who's on the bottom of the rung of the ladder, who's on the second step, who's on the third, who's on the fourth. Me, I like to be on the third, because one of them ladies is going to have on a skirt. I'll just stay right here, thank you. Just kidding. Just kidding. But anyway, they do this in rank and order. In rank and order, and they really believe in it. They really, really believe it. They'll never understand that the world's richest man has the exact same value as the poorest man living underneath the bridge. Until we show them. And that's when they will see. That's when they will see that their rich life means absolutely nothing. There's a few things that the rich man and the poor man have in common in it. And man, I am drifting. I'm going to get back to responsibility. But there is a few things that the rich man and the poor man do have in common. More than you would think. More than you would think. We're going to introduce them to these things. Okay? Because they have forgotten. They've allowed money and comfort. They have forgotten. They have forgotten. They've avoided misery. They've avoided suffering. They have avoided pain. They have avoided poverty. They have forgotten. They are in trouble because this forgetful nature breeds arrogance. And arrogance breeds mistakes. And fucking mistakes cost lives. Lots of them. Lots of them. Especially in this game. And this is a deadly game at this point, while the lives of millions upon millions upon millions lie in the balance. In the balance. That's on the next audio. Who's responsible for putting everyone in the crosshairs of God's wrath? Who's responsible? Who is responsible? Goofy and quite clownish in high school. Man, Lord, these are worse than children. My Father, these are worse than children. They believe the books that their fathers written outside of God. They listen, they themselves are liars. They've witnessed their fathers lie and their mothers, and those mothers and fathers witnessed their mothers and fathers lie all the way freaking back, and they still take what they say unto each other at face value. Wow. That is really a damn mystery unto me. I never believe a liar. I mean, you may lie to me a couple of times. The third time I may just allow it because it just is what it is, and it's no harm, no foul. But otherwise, don't be tripping. It is a lie. They have believed in many things. Many things. Shit like the Baal, a storm god. I can show you right now who is in control of the wind and the rain and the storms and everything else, but I don't have to, which makes what they believe a joke. Now imagine all them the people by the millions going all the way back to biblical times hollering about they have a storm god that requires their babies' life. And not only that, while the storm god is masquerading as the storm god, he also is the very same god that's the god of fertility. Man, that's a big bronze ass statue. Sit your dumb ass down. Stop it. And where's he at now? But again, I drift. I shouldn't even asperse that one. Because that one is dead in the water, but they still have believers. So I guess I'm going to have to bash that man. Don't you get it, asshole? You are the God. Baal doesn't even think that he's God. He's never thought that he was a god. He's never responded as a god. You gave a fucking stone-ass statue or metallic-ass statue life to fit your debaucherous belief system in, and then you started calling it God. Can we just say that you hate your babies and you like raping, sacrificing, and eating them from time to time? Can we just stop hiding behind shit is what I'm saying. This is just what I'm saying. You have no evidence that the God came and told you nothing. I have ample evidence that my father have told me everything. and endowed me with more than enough power to smack your ass around as a country whenever I fucking feel like it. Now, back to what I was saying, the storm god and god of fertility. I seen a lady, and I tried to warn her. She had a tattoo of stars going from her earlobe to the crest, or no, not crest, her cleavage. And entwined in the words was the word Azuzel. I stood next to her. Young lady, you need to cover that up. There's people out here who would just as soon cut your throat for such a thing. You just don't know it yet. Keep living, but you're young. Be careful out there. There's shit out there that will kill you upon mere sight, or at least start the plotting to kill your ass upon mere sight of that shit on your neck. Okay? Understand. They don't value life or your rights or your privileges like you do. Like you do. But anyway, back to responsibility. Exactly who am I responsible to? Who am I responsible for? Who? What have this country given me? What have this country given anybody like me? My people. And poor people. But generally. But specifically, my people. What have you given them? Except hell, misery, suffering, lies, and then what? More hell, misery, suffering, lies, massacres, dragging behind trucks, trees that bear strange fruit. Why, I seen photograph of a tree that had to have been flowering 60 Negroes at one time. Strange fruit. I say, what the hell? And guess what? I mean, man, you guys are just what you are. I'm not going to asperse you. One's nature is one's nature, after all. One's essence is one's essence, after all. Unless you cry foul and say, sir, that is not true. You're not going to make me a captive prisoner of my sin, guaranteeing that I go to hell, and I'll respond, sir, I'm not trying to do that. But you are right if you take this statement. So don't take the statement. That one spoke up. We want you to go bye-bye. Shit. Just go bye-bye. Again. So who am I responsible to? The nation state that calls itself America, or the United States? Am I responsible to the neighborhood that I believe that I live in? Am I responsible to the city that I live in, or the state? Exactly who am I responsible to, and what am I? What is our relationship? Have you thought any of this shit through before you require me to exercise some kind of responsibility with my sword when we've been clear? Do we have to go over the rules again? We don't, do we? We don't. The rules are there. It's just that you're only now believing. That's the problem. You have to catch up. The rules have been clearly spoken. We have never misdirected you, lied to you, tried to hide anything from you. It is impossible for God to lie, as it is I. Because I'm a good damn representative. That's why. You don't lie, I don't lie. Likewise, if God loves you, I love you. If God has spoke of you, well, let's just go straight at the horns of the situation. If he says, I hate thee, then I'm going to hate thee. I myself have no real emotional state. You get it? I don't have an emotional state. My emotional state is his emotional state. Are you getting it now? I have free will. I have my own chessboard, I have my tactics, and I have my strategies, but don't ever think that there's breathing room between him and me. You would be sadly mistaken. As I have said before, my loyalty is unchallenged, and my fealty goes without question for eons and eons and eons and eons and eons. You can just call me Old Faithful. if you just wanted to. Like I said, I've existed longer than any of you have been living, and I'll exist long after you're gone. Okay? In one facet or the other. Depending on how all this shit goes. Okay? But this responsibility, who should I show responsibility to? Should I show responsibility to black people, white people, Mexican people, Buddhists, Sikhs, Muslims, Christians? I'm just trying to figure out straight people, gay people, transgenders. Exactly who should I be responsible to or for? I really want to understand this. I don't just want to be flippant. I want to understand. So we be clear. Because if we're not clear, accidents will happen. Then accidents lead to misunderstandings. And misunderstandings are not lead to repercussions and retaliations. So we going to be like grown men around here. And we going to understand each other. So therefore, when one of us violates, then the retaliatory strike is an honorable thing. It is justified because you broke the understanding. So I have a misunderstanding here. I have a lack of understanding. What am I to you? Consider all that's happening. It's going to take your ass a couple of days, at least a couple of days, to do this. But you must consider everything that has transpired. You don't do that and you're going to cry foul. Listen, one of us is special and one of us is not. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm not calling me special. You have given yourself special attributes that I don't have. I don't have these. I don't mean to laugh, but this is simple. I don't have the attributes that you have given and allowed for each other within the social structure that you created at your own hand on a sociological, spiritual, psychological level. It's all made up. It's all made up. I come straight from the clay. God just picked me up, scooped me up, threw me on the table, and went to molding shit. I know nothing about what you're doing or talking about. And I don't want to know because I don't have to know. At this point, it would be just gibberish, just data that makes no real sense to be there, and it would be just floating around in the data bank like random access data with no real connection, taking up random access memory that's better used to think about other shit while it's busy memorizing and then thinking at the same time. You get it? Like a computer. Who needs that blue dot just floating its ass around, interrupting a line of perfectly good reasoning, perfectly good thought, and there's a blue dot. Now you got to start your reasoning over. See shit a different way. Who needs that shit? I don't, and I don't want it. So, I have this misunderstanding. Apparently, you don't have a misunderstanding. You have come to the conclusion that I am something to you. I just don't know what. Did I miss it? Did I miss it? I don't know what. And like I said, consider everything. We've been clear. Since 2010, we have been quite clear, increasingly clear too. Replete with examples of what I will do and what I'm capable of. What I'm trying to tell you is we've been honorable. We, as in Source, as in Seven, have been honorable. We've been straight. You haven't been straight, probably because too many of you have a voice. Too many have a voice. And not only that, you all have an equal voice, and then you have the nerve to talk to each other where none of you can reach a subsequent decision that would not only make sense but stick to the collective. That's not my fault. I'm not responsible for that. Everybody's voice is equal up and down that ladder. And now every voice has an opinion, and you say that every voice, and each one of them bears respect, and therefore must be respected based on their rank in your own social order. And then you want us to do what? To do what? Respect it? Respect it? It's generic, unreal, made up, out of a man's mind. When I say man, I mean man and woman. You know, I ain't no use in saying, but without, well, man bears his own daughters. Man bears his own sons. He knows what I'm saying. They know what I am saying. So I ask again, who and what should I be responsible to? Because right now I'm responsible to God's word as it is written. As it is written, verse for verse. I will not deviate. I won't deviate. I promise you. Whatever shit we own now, it will be the same shit throughout the year. Okay? And it will get increasingly rough, largely depending on you. I try to stay out of your affairs. You can't stay out of mine. You can't stay out of mine. You watch everything I do and you get alarmed. Why? Because you know that I am capable. And I'm proud of you. You come to grips with the fucking reality. You come to grips with that words, all the times that I've said, words have power. Now you're starting to get it. Now you're starting to get why I never speak anyone's name. See? You're too smart by half. You're slow in terms of putting the shit together, but eventually you did get it. And something else that I turned out to be right about. You're just like every other warm-blooded animal, and some of the more advanced cold-blooded ones. You can the way of learning is associative. You can make the mind associate an action with pain, love, caring, sadness, however you want to do it, depending on if it's done in a manner that stimulates what you want to be stimulated, and what activity rather that you want to advance, or behavior. Example. Out in the country, there was certain horses I was afraid of. I was afraid of them because these some bitches was crazy. One of them was so damn crazy I won't even call it by name for the fear of bringing up his ghost. If this horse didn't try to kill your ass, no horse would. The horse was never fully broke, wasn't going to never be fully broke. You just had to deal with him. Okay? At any rate, before I went inside the pen to put water and food, I would throw apples as far as I could to the other side of the pen. Apples and pears, knowing that crazy ass horse is going over there. And then I would sneak in there. I turn the water on real low. I wouldn't alert his ass. But over time, he learned. He came to associate me with the apples and the pears. He was still mean, but he understood. Do you want the apple or not? See? Pleasure. Tastes good. It brought you. Anyway, you get what I'm trying to say. You get what I'm trying to... Well, you are the same way. Just on a more advanced level. This is true. This is true. It's how God made you. But anyway, I'm slipping. Listen, where we going? You need to figure out what I am, because you know what our plans are. I'm sure that at this stage of the game, you know exactly what's going on. You know it from your theological understandings of the scripture. You know it from your understandings of the computers and in terms of looking glass, which all things kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? They all come to the same conclusion. There is no way out of this, and we've been clear. Now, what are our standards? Which I'm not going to, because I don't want to sound arrogant. I don't want to sound arrogant, and there's no need to anger that which is already angry based on their cultural understandings, religions, and racism. There's no need for that. Let the truth be just the truth. Okay? There's simply no need. They already know who they are, and they already know what they're guilty of. No one has to say anything. In fact, at this stage of the game, to say anything about some shit would be considered an act of redundancy. It's just a repeat of what has already been said. You get it? And this is worldwide, from individuals to groups to nation states. That's how it is. But the world has its understanding. I have my understanding, and apparently this dissected ass America that ain't even on the same page about anything. You think you think you have an understanding? You can't have an understanding because of how your social structure is built and how your political structure is also built, and your sociological structure is also built. You can come to no real understanding, which means that you have to have a leader that is above the cacophony of voices that have a right to be heard, which currently you don't have because you don't respect any leader with that. Well, not the current. No, you never have. It's a bunch. It runs along party lines and racial lines in this country. So you've never had a leader that you fully respected as a country in the first place. And you most definitely don't have it now. So who should I listen to? Who should I listen to? A coded up behavior, a coded up words, a coded up activity? We too far along for that. Are you hearing me? There's no time. There's no time to make mistakes. Are you hearing me? Shit like that lead to mistakes and misunderstandings. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? This is, I told you, you don't have decades. You have years. You can't afford to make any more error. You can't. And that's error. This is error. Because we have this misunderstanding. When you know what I'm out to do. What do I have to spell it out? Because if so, I would make an audio which I'm sure the United States would not want me to do. They really wouldn't. I myself could see the security. It's not good for the security of this country. But they know. I know they know. They know. Okay? So where are we? And who do I listen to? This is why I said you have to talk to me. You have to talk to me. You can't leave nothing up to chance at this point. And you can't try to modify my fucking behavior. Stop with the behavior modification programs or the attempts at them. Stop. I only bend because I want to, not because I have to. We're fundamentally past that. And we all know it. We all know it. Well, listen, so anyway, what is my responsibility? Am I friend or foe? Because you have your interest as a country, and God has his interests as God, and I have mine interest as to getting his word fulfilled. This is what I mean. We all have interest. Interest. Your interest, his interest, mine, the devil's. We ain't too worried about his interests. His interests have been fulfilled. Oh yeah. The devil's interests have been fulfilled. His term upon the planet, his influence have been fulfilled. If not, we would not be here. We would not dare have broken the lease. We would not dare have showed up unannounced. No, he knew we were coming. God knows he did. He tried to kill us every decade. That dude's a fool. I mean, after one guy, one consciousness, he will kill everybody. That's a fact. Now he just acts out of this combination of anger and fear, which is a completely human characteristic. We don't have no real understanding of him because we can't feel how he feels. And we look at him and then we look askingly at him. He's taken on a human feature, a human feel, which he should not have done. It's almost as if he gives a damn about his creation. It's almost as if he actually loves his children. It's weird. But we know that he can never love anything, only hate. Only hate. Anyway, back to this, do I have responsibility? Because here's the problem. If I respect you and you respect him, then by proxy, I also respect him. When he knows at the end of the day, I want to cut his throat. Okay? So how does that look? Consider the optics. What do you want me to do? It looks like somebody else has to make choices here because my choices have been made and God's have been made. Seemingly, the devil's have been made, but it's his world, his people, his systems, and it is in utter disarray. It makes no sense. I mean, it would look like it's some kind of unorthodox strategy if it wasn't from him. But we watched it long enough to know that this is not some strategy of unorthodoxy. No, this is someone jerking from one point to the next point out of a emotional response, fear and anger. Fear and anger. We don't want to talk to him no more. We just don't want to talk to him no more. He's hard to understand. We don't want to talk to him no more because we're not talking to him on that level. We feel nothing. And there he go feeling shit. Just feeling shit. All the time feeling shit. What's wrong with that dude? What a fall from grace it is. From one species. See, that's what happens when you do what he did. And them angels do what they did. Now, look at them. They, just like man, angry and in fear. Both. Anger, fear. No love. Anger, fear. Sadness, misery, suffering. All them. All of them. Not one species above them brought it to them. All them. At their own hands. To the point that we are where we are at now. And I'm finna wrap this up right about now. I've said enough. You need to figure out where we stand. You know where we stand. Are you on that side of things? Because if you're on the side of God, which means you're going to help me destroy everything evil, I could put your military, that mighty massive military of yours, to damn good use. To damn good use on the side of righteousness. Oh, we can mop this planet up pretty damn good and good within, say, 28 months. We'll have all the scoundrels working. I mean, running. But you got to start inside your own country, and that's what you ain't going to do. You can't run your ass around the world telling the people of the world how bad their shit is while your shit is worse than theirs. But you don't have to listen to them because you have the bigger guns. You got the most money. But that shit ain't going to fly no more. You're playing by different standards now. Different standards. I don't have to spell this out anymore. And I'm going to try not to because I don't want to. We know each other at least on that level. We just having this misunderstanding. Okay? So, we're going to wrap this up. I've taken up 40 minutes of your time because I don't want any mistakes or misunderstandings. I don't. You're going to have to come to some clarification. You're going to have to come to some clarification here. We are clear. You're not clear. You're not clear. Okay? From the president to the operatives on the city level. You're not clear. You're in direct opposition with each other. You don't agree on anything. You don't have to do what even the most powerful authors in the land say, and I'm supposed to ascertain from all of this bullshit what your position is. Not only that, but whoever you represent. That's madness. That's madness. There's too many question marks that we won't entertain. And you shouldn't either. That's madness. These are huge question marks. They don't stop us and they don't move us forward. They're just question marks that if you want something changed, you have to come to some clarification. Okay? Within yourselves first. Get some order. You say that you have a social order, a social ranking. Well, you need a leader. Who speaks for who? Who speaks for who? Because you can't act as a cacophony of different voices, and I have to pick out the ones that I should listen to. When I'm telling you, I'm not going to do it. It leaves the landscape open for other moves of my sworn enemy. No, everything must be clear. You must walk into it with your eyes open. Completely open with every understanding of what's going on. Those are the rules. And we can't play by them right now because you are not clear. But that doesn't stop us. That don't stop our strategy or our tactics. They go on. Period. But it hurts you. It hurts you. It's like I said, at the end of the day, one will choose evil or one will choose good. Whether they try to escape their choice or not, you will choose. We will make sure of that. You will choose openly that I want to go to heaven, or you will choose openly that I don't give a fuck if I go to hell. This choice will be made openly. No one's going to be ignorant. No one's going to be confused. And you shouldn't be, and neither should I. Right now, there's not confusion. It's just this understanding at this level that there's no here. There's nothing to work with. There's nothing to analyze. There's no data to connect. There's nothing to work with here until you deal with it. And you can't. And you can't. This is a fact. You can't and you never have amongst each other. This is a time that we need some clarity here. I work for God. I work for God. End of discussion. Okay? You work for whoever you choose to work for. You do the will of whatever and whoever. Most likely it's money and job and I got to pay my bills. Nothing evil about that shit. Hustling, nothing evil. That's not what we're talking about. But you know what I'm saying. It can't be done. And the show goes on. The show goes on. Now, the Father will want me to be quiet right about now because I plan to do it and I'm holding another audio because I'm behind. I am behind. This shit is a trip and it can be done until you find some clarity and some honor and some unity. Unity, a unifying position that uh, that cuts across what you are. You are the masses. You are that Gentile masses, whether you want to think of yourselves or not, that have given each of you individual rights and benefits. Now is biting you in the fucking ass because you have no spokesman. You have no representative. Okay? Anyway, I gotta go before I say something that I'm not supposed to say or don't want to say. Again, words are power. And the thing is, any word spoken, you guys, I'm going to say this even though I don't want to. You know why I have to be quiet a lot? Because you move on all words. All words you move on. You feel some kind of way. It changes behavior. It changes thought patterns. It changes perception. It changes perspective. And that's how you're built. But understand, up above that level, it's just data. That's why sometimes I fucking offend. I don't mean to, but I'm looking at everything as just data. Words on paper. Each words have a definition. There's no emotional input at all. It's just words on paper, and each word have a definition that I'm understanding to analyze the data. You, on the other hand, you're not built like that. This is why you can't do what needs to be done now. You think that you're not something, just as you think that you are the opposite of not being anything. I said that wrong. You give yourselves a value, and then on the opposite of that has to be a devaluement of the very same self which you seek to ever become. The shit gets deep. Anyway, we gotta go, and we're gonna let you go. You have an hour, and I'm gonna be right back in your ear. We're source, we're seven, we're one.